What up, Doe? This is Rob with the Top Podcast. Just want to let you guys know that we're doing something very special for football season. We're doing a Top Podcast survival pool over on the Sleeper app. So what a survival pool is you're going to go each week and just pick one team you think is going to win their matchup. And you're going to do that for all 17 weeks. You can never use the same team again once you've selected them. You're going to have to kind of mix and match and figure out which matchups are going to be good now and what teams you might want to save for later. But once you get one wrong, you're out. That's it. So we want you to join our survivor pool. All you're going to have to do is get a Sleeper Fantasy account. Then check our description, join our league, and the winner will get a Top Podcast t-shirt and bragging rights for being the first person to ever win our Top Podcast survival pool. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And entries will be open until the first football game, which is September 5th. So I'd recommend you get in there as soon as possible and maybe September 4th by the latest to make sure you're just all set in the league. Hope to see you there and best of luck. Welcome to this week's very special edition of the Top Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rob. I'm joined with me by my friends Lou.
What's up, guys? And girls.
And Mike.
Rob is determined to cut off the women, man. Yes. Boys Club.
Hey, I've seen the demographics of this pod, so I know there's no need of wasting time there.
Shout out to my wife.
Shout out to Lou's wife. And you guys are outside, if I'm correct. Lou's Walmart Wi-Fi wasn't holding up, so he had to drive.
Yeah, we were just we were getting some B-roll for Kyle's Burning Man documentary. Shout out Hot Kyle. And well, this is just where we were when we all sat down. So
But that's how you do it. But one reason why this episode is so special is this is our 52nd episode. So that means it's been over a year at this point. We've missed, I think, 2, maybe 3 weeks at most. So this is our 1 year anniversary. How you guys feeling?
it is kind of crazy that it happened that fast.
It is. It is kind of crazy. I've done the pod in different places, and I was reading through like the list of pods that the episodes that we were doing. And I'm like, oh, I was here when this happened. Oh, I was here. Like I'm able to like judge my life of each week based off the pod.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I could not tell you where I was for most of them. Well, I mean, I could tell you where I was for most of them. I couldn't tell you where I was for each of them.
Right.
Yeah. It was weird going back and looking at like the title names. Like it doesn't feel like that was a early episode, like single digit episode.
Right.
But I pulled some numbers, ran a few things, so I have some questions for you guys to see how well you know the podcast. If you had to guess, which episode would you say is our most popular episode?
Was it Hot Kyle's first appearance?
Embarrassment.
That's the one, yeah.
Embarrassing stories.
Most embarrassing stories, coming in at a sum of 208 listens.
It's not bad.
Most of that coming on our podcast feed. But here's the next question. Do you guys know what our most popular YouTube video is? YouTube episode.
No earthly idea.
Middle school days.
Was it? Hold on. Was it the one with the Greensboro boys?
Nope.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's not. That is our fourth most listened to episode, though.
I figured the one I wasn't on probably had a pretty good shot. Harry Potter?
Nope. You guys are overthinking this.
This is the first one.
It is the first one. Horror movies, experiences with people, and concerts coming in at 91 YouTube views.
I should have known that. My first YouTube video on my channel was, I was like, this is not the best one at all, but it's the one everybody clicks on, which is not okay. We should, I don't know, maybe go re-record that or something. The sound quality's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we still haven't figured out the whole audio mixing thing. One day we'll be able to afford a true producer to mess with the audio levels, but hey, maybe that's a year 2 type of goal.
All right.
And my next question is: while Belgium has the most of any city outside the U.S., this country is actually the reigning champion of international toppers. Do you guys know what that is?
Taiwan.
No.
Is it Asian?
It is not.
Is it Canada?
It is not Canada.
Is it a white country?
You could say that.
Germany?
It is Germany.
Dunkashane.
Dunkashane. Next one is the second highest city of topper listeners in the United States is in Boardman. Do you guys know which state the city resides in?
Boardman.
Are you Googling it?
Man, come on! I
That's-
thought we were
Thank
on
you.
a team over here.
Thank you, Lou, for being honest. I was
I mean, no, I was checking my list.
checking the
I
weather.
have no idea where Boardman is. Hold on, is it in North Dakota?
It is not. It is not in
Is it in
any of the states you would think it would be in.
Colorado?
It's
Florida.
not Colorado. It's on the west side of the country.
Can't be California.
There's a lot of
Is it
people in
California?
It is not California.
Okay.
No. Oregon.
It is Oregon. Good job.
Huh.
Congrats. All right, now
Do we
getting
know people in Oregon or something?
I
nope.
have my half sisters in Oregon.
There you go. It's Lou's half sister.
Shout out
really.
to Josie.
She's being a prophet of toppers.
She's just like campaigning without
Billboards, there's graffiti.
All right, here's the next question. Who do you think has posted the most comments, not counting comment replies, on our YouTube videos?
Is it Ben?
It is Ben. Can you guess how many comments he's put?
57.
No, that's a little high. He's done 29 comments, and Arna came in second place with 24.
All right, Styles boys.
Very nice.
But here's the real question. How many total comments has my mother-in-law put on YouTube?
Ooh,
2.
7.
You guys are both low.
1.
12.
It is
1.
12. It is
That's the
12.
wrong direction.
Oh, low. Yeah.
Yep, my mother-in-law has commented 12 times on YouTube. So you can go find her YouTube channel down there if you'd like. Do you have any guess on what video has the most comments?
Embarrassing stories.
I could see it being Harry Potter again.
You were both wrong.
Is it the first one?
It is not the first one.
Ooh, what is it? Here, hold on. I'm gonna give Kyle the episode list real quick.
Hills to Die On?
It is not Hills to Die On.
For those listening at home, Hot Kyle's still sitting here smoking pipes with us. He just doesn't have Rob in his ears, so he doesn't know what we're saying.
What's up, everybody? I missed you. It's still fun from over here.
We're trying to guess which episode has the most YouTube comments.
Whoa.
Is it?
What kind of ashes?
Man, I seriously have no idea. Is it one that makes sense, or is it random?
For us in the crowd rerunning, it makes sense. That should give you a hint.
Is it a video game one?
It is not a video game related one.
My guess is video games.
It is not a video game one, he said.
What is one
Pokemon?
thing all three of us also have in common?
Penises.
Well, yes, but that's not we haven't talked about that yet. Year 2 though, it's about to
The
get wild.
movies?
Nope.
Jobs.
Nope. It is our deep dive on Bible camps.
Bible camps had the most comments.
Yep, with 12.
Bible camp deep dive.
Wow.
All right, moving away from the
Random.
comments. Do you guys remember what day we recorded the first episode?
The date or the day of the week?
The date specifically, but I'm sure you could guess the day of the week.
Was it in August? Right.
It was in August.
I'm not looking it up. I'm looking up. Okay.
You doing the math?
So I'm trying to do the math. Yeah.
Damn
It was
nerd.
on a Tuesday. Was it August 1st?
No.
I don't know. Because if we missed 3 weeks, I have no idea. Do tell.
It's true. We also could have had
Recorded or
some bank-
posted?
Recorded.
I had no idea.
August 15th.
August.
Oh, sorry, Lou.
Nice. No, it's okay. I wouldn't have guessed it.
Oh, so we're. Oh wait, August. It is August.
still
So
August.
we're pretty darn close to the year mark. Although
Yeah.
I guess it's.
We're actually a year to the day from when it was posted. Because for some reason, the first episode was posted on a Sunday. I probably just hit the wrong date, but that was
There you go.
August 20th was the first day. So the day we're recording this is the 1 year mark. The first one. I got 3 more questions for you guys. According to our platform analytics, do toppers prefer Apple or Android phones?
Ooh, topper for Apple or Android?
I'm gonna go Android.
I'm also leaning Android.
I feel like I'm friends with more Android people.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, it is Android, and that is the worldwide market leader.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Yep.
All right, this is a tough one, so I'm giving you a factor of 5. What percentage of our listeners listen on a smartwatch?
100%.
Lou, do you listen on a smartwatch?
I don't. No, I don't even
Listeners
know
listen on a
this.
smartwatch. I'm gonna go. When you said a factor of 5, we just need to be within 5%.
Yep, so we're really 10% because it can go either way.
Okay. I'm gonna go 6%.
I'm gonna go 1%.
Lou wins. It is 8.38% of our listeners listen on a smartwatch.
8%.
8%.
That's more than one person.
Yes, that is. Lou is probably bringing up those numbers.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of my coworkers listens.
That's wild.
Or watch.
All
There's
right.
a lot on it.
And which continent, excluding Antarctica, was the last to join the Topper Nation?
Africa.
Good guess.
Got a guess, Mike? We've talked about
was
on
it
the pod.
Africa?
I'm just letting you get a shot in there, before.
All right. I'm gonna at least not bandwagon it. I'm gonna say South America.
It is in fact, in the words of Drake Bell, it is in fact South America.
Wow.
All right.
You gotta speak more
He's
Spanish.
big down there now.
He is.
Is he? Is he big in South America?
That's what I hear.
Yep. He can speak fluent.
Well, does he speak Spanish or Portuguese? Because depending on where he's at.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, they both sound very similar.
Yeah. There's actually a decent amount of Portuguese in Speaker for the Dead, and you can kind of piece it together if you speak a little Spanish.
Ooh, fancy. Is that the second book of Ender's Game, or
That's the one. Yep.
Okay, so that or Black Tower. My guess is Dark Tower, whatever. Yeah, Dark Tower.
Dark Tower. Yeah.
Which I'm like 5 chapters in, but.
Oh, nice. Jacob will be ecstatic.
Well, basically what we're going to do is Jacob recommended it. He didn't follow the instructions, so he's not going to get full topper points because you're supposed to comment on our Discord. So, basically just going to talk about...
He pitched this to me like 3 months ago.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't count, but it's something I was kind of thinking of. Just like, what are some of your favorite moments, running gags, or things in general over the past year for the podcast? To start off, I just love hanging out with my friends once a week. It's very nice to have a carved out time to hang out with the boys, so I wouldn't trade that for the world.
I agree. And honestly, I would say at least half of the days I'm like, man, I don't want to go home and have to make dinner and then get ready for the podcast right away and then record. I'm just not feeling it. And I would say 50 out of 52 of these, I've been like, yeah, that was good. I'm glad we did this.
Which two?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, there's probably at least 2 weeks where I was in such a bad mood that it was like, well, that wasn't fun at all. But that's a me problem.
That's when you can really hear the keyboards clicking.
Yeah. Hear a Minecraft, ooh, every now and again,
There was no possible way you heard that. It would have been in my headphones.
I think you left it on, the sound on one time. I think we were getting a little bit.
Really? I didn't play it. I did it twice, and then I was like, okay, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely, when I got back into Stardew, I was definitely doing that. Yes, I triple agree. It's just nice to be able to talk to somebody that's not your wife or coworkers.
Right. I also really enjoy the pre-pod part of the episodes where we'll we just go through our day.
Yeah.
And Lucian's usually got a crazy story. Deer.
He,
oh, that's a buck.
Lou works with probably the most people out of all three of us. So
He's standing still. I'm getting the shotgun. We're having venison, boys. Sorry, we just have legitimately a buck just walked maybe 20 feet past
Very
us.
close,
Yeah. There's a bit of an overpopulation in Farmington Hills at the moment. But just Lou and his. Where did I get that?
Wow.
Lou and his coworker
That's
stories are always
racist.
really good.
Will? Why is Will racist?
Oh, because we have a black friend named Will.
You have a black name. What the hell?
Kyle has a black friend named Will.
You one of the 4 horsemen?
Are they same Will?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It took me a second to process the question.
Is there 2 Wills named? 2? Sorry.
Two-
Two Wills named Will. And say
2
yes.
Wills named Will?
Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely one of the best parts of my day. I don't think I think you could honestly, you can probably go back to the early episodes of the podcast and then re-listen through and notice the difference. But like, my ability to be emotionally intelligent has gone up just from us talking
Thanks,
for
Lou.
like 20 minutes before every episode. Yeah, that's mostly Lou, not Rob. But you know, Rob's a helpful person too.
Yeah, Rob's a good base. He's a good baseline.
So yeah, Lou. I guess Lou bolstered our emotional health. I don't know if that's the right
Yeah.
term, but openness.
Our IQ has gone up. Yeah.
You know, we'll get into heaven and we'll sort that out. Okay, I'll probably get the bigger house out of it.
That's fine.
Not anymore because you just said it. You know, that's it's not. You
going to
played
the bad place
yourself.
now.
So, what are some of your guys' favorite running gags?
Oh, this is one of the ones did you got one?
I mean, I love the intern.
The intern's fun. I do
Intern
enjoy
is-
the intern.
Yeah, I don't know
Interns
if
are
I'm
hard
the one that
work.
started it. Yeah, I think I'm the one that started it. I don't.
I pitched the idea and then I think you started using the term.
And okay. Yeah,
The intern's great.
yep. I love.
They do a great job. One of our 3 nameless characters, and I'm a big fan of the intern.
I'm assuming you have the mother-in-law.
But yeah, my 2 were Jacob and Andrew's brother and Rob's mother-in-law.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Are 2 of my favorite gags.
You get me sometimes on that. I have to really paint the picture in my head. That's good.
One that I love when I remember is that when Lucian, he said when he gets like, anxious or something, he just starts taking off clothes. And that was, I know we ran with it for a little bit, but man, I just love that.
That one was really good.
Have I told that story completely on the pod?
Yeah. What's the, I mean,
Well,
it was-
that's the other thing.
broke
I don't
window.
remember anything we've said.
Yeah. That's
You don't remember what I said?
Well, I don't remember any of us has had said.
Oh, okay.
Like after like the 4th episode, it was like we said it, and then I was like, "You could tell me I said anything on that podcast, and I'd believe you."
Yeah, for sure.
It all blurs together.
For sure.
Was that the times you were most afraid? I felt like that was pretty early on.
Oh, that might
Or
have
is
been
it
Yeah,
embarrassed?
probably. Yeah.
Was it embarrassed or afraid? One of those ones.
Embarrassed or afraid? Yeah, either one of those.
Then one, I also the whole Becca and Mike grew up on the same street, which in episode 1, I don't know if you guys re-listened to it, but Mike totally just ruined that bit right off the bat in episode 1.
Oh, well, we probably didn't know it was going to be a bit yet. That's the
Exactly.
problem with pilot episodes. We need to just get rid of that episode. Was what I'm hearing.
Hey, it's our most viewed one. Can't get away with those views. Can't take it off. the
We could
internet.
just replace it by doing a top 5 for each of those topics.
I don't know if this is a running bit per se, but I do love when Mike just has no idea what we're going to talk about next week.
It is definitely a running gag in our text messages, like the day before, me being like, "Hey, what's the topic?"
Or just me showing up late almost every week.
One of my favorite things, moments was our first or top or slop, where you just made the wrong list and you were just 100% just firing from the hip, Luke.
Wrong list for top or slap.
I had such
Fantastic.
a beautiful underrated actors. I put so much work in underrated actors.
I mean, we got Hot Kyle right here. Do you want to run a quick lightning round of top or slop?
of what? Of underrated actors?
Yeah.
I'm not
I mean, if I
prepared
could find
for
my,
that.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
no, I meant just Lou.
Or
if I can-
it's a bit behind the scenes, but so many times Lou's like, I wrote it down or put my list somewhere and then just lost it.
I've a ton of Google searching.
Yeah, I have a dedicated Google Doc that I know where it is at all times now
Yeah.
because I wrote it in a notebook at work so many times and then left the notebook at work. I know for a fact some of my lists have been worse because I couldn't remember what my top 5 was.
I think I have apparently 3 out of 5 underrated actors.
All right, hit us with it.
Evelyn Wang from Everything All at Once. You ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, the mom.
I think it's the right name.
I'll have the intern look into it.
Evelyn Wang, is it not? I mean, this is a list that I made.
Evelyn Wang?
Is
Months
that the
Look
that's
up
the
everything
lead?
everywhere all at once. Top answer though.
Oh no, apparently she is a mechanical engineer.
Yeah, it's
So the
What is it
lead
called?
for
Everything,
everything.
everywhere, all at once.
This lady?
Yes.
This lady.
Whoever that is.
Hold on.
Michelle.
Her name's Michelle
Yeoh?
Yeoh.
Evelyn's
I don't
her
know.
character's name. You must have just put the character.
Ah,
She's fantastic.
gotcha. Maybe this is a different list for another actor.
Incredible actress.
She is pretty good. I got the black guy from the Tom Hanks movie where he has a UTI and he works at a prison.
What?
The Green Mile?
The Green Mile.
The UTI is what you remember from that movie?
I mean, like, there's a ton of other
There's a ton
things.
of other things.
There's a ton of other things.
That's the identifier?
I mean, I had
razors.
I think I had kidney stones. I'm just saying I had kidney stones when I was watching this movie, so that was what connected me.
That makes sense that it would stand out.
Tom Hanks ain't your answer?
Tom Hanks is not an underrated actor.
Overrated, I would say, but that's neither here nor there.
Some would say overrated, but
Michael Clark Duncan? Is that his name?
damn, yeah. I mean, sure. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's
know, why
also
not?
in The Scorpion King. Great actor.
He was great in
Oh,
Talladega
he was in
Nights.
Who
And
dies
great.
first?
Yep. So that's a good underrated actor. Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates is an underrated actor.
Who's Kathy Bates?
From Misery.
I mean, I love Kathy Bates. I think that there's.
Has she been in anything else? Just in Misery alone, I think her makes her underrated.
Oh, she's been a lot. I think she was in Fried Green Tomatoes.
She was in.
Yeah,
wasn't she the tutor in The Blind Side?
I could not speak to that. She was in The Office.
She was in Titanic.
She wasn't in Titanic.
She was in the Blind Side.
Oh, and she was in the B movie. Okay, she's overrated. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Kathy Bates is relatively well beloved.
And then the last one is Lord Voldemort, Raphael Phineas.
Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes. And he's a phenomenal actor.
I
The
think
movie
he's
great.
Also,
His
he
last movie was really, really good.
Yeah,
He
he also
plays,
really shines in. He was in season 1 of American Horror Story, right?
was
I
also.
don't remember that.
I'm almost positive he's the.
That's
Right? No.
No. I was
season
like-
2. Season 2. he works at the hospital, right?
No.
Ralph Fiennes? No, it's his brother. Never mind. I'm thinking of his brother.
He has a brother?
He has a brother.
So what I'm taking away from this is that Lucian absolutely would have cleaned up at Topper Slop if he had had the right list.
I would have sucked it down, big dog.
also.
I really
he's,
enjoyed the running gag of me trying to get you guys to greenlight Topper Slop for the first 40 weeks of the show.
It's a legacy that you'll carry through.
There you go. You gave the world Topper Slop.
Joseph Fiennes is his brother's name. And he was in American Horror Story. But Ralph is also great.
One last thing I'll add about Ralph. He was the voice of Ramesses in The Prince of Egypt.
He was
Very
Ramses
fun.
is killer in the Prince of
The
Egypt.
others-
Good
yep.
movie.
Counterpart to Val Kilmer. That
Whoa.
movie is actually very
stacked
star.
cast.
It is, and then it has Steve Martin, your favorite Martin Short, is also in it. I know you love him. Then, gosh, why am I drawing blank? Dr. Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum, he's in it as well. It's a star-studded cast.
Oh, I can picture Jeff Goldblum in that
He's
movie.
Aaron.
Actually,
I can picture him in that.
I was picturing somebody
Yeah.
else, probably Martin Short.
Yeah, the Martins are the two priests, the Egyptian priests. Which episode would you guys say you had the most fun researching, or preparing for? If you guys know off the top of your head.
Oh, underrated TV shows was a blast.
Really? Did you
That
watch
was-
them all? Binge it the whole time?
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes from each. I also put a lot more time into preparation earlier on than I do now. I would put hours into prepping for the pod, and then I realized pretty quickly it made very little difference, and oftentimes I was reading from a script, and so then it became here's the thing, here's some notes, here's some talking points, and then we're gonna riff.
Mine had to be. Go ahead, Lou. If you got it.
Oh, I was thinking classic YouTube videos.
Oh,
It
That
was,
was a fun
fun
one.
to It is fun, and I don't know if kids are going to be able to feel that feeling with TikTok, having favorite TikTok videos, or
Probably not.
I don't think it's going to be that.
I have
growing
Vine
up in that time-
videos. You think about Vine,
Vine
it's very
videos.
similar.
Yeah, but
I think that might be because Vine ended so quickly.
yeah,
that like it didn't have as much time to just all bleed together.
Yeah, and I would never like when you think of favorite Vine videos, I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm just laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a little skit. But the idea of just exploring YouTube, I thought was very fun.
Down to do that
So it's
again
good to go back
sometime.
on that.
For me,
Now, another YouTube-based episode would be fun.
yeah. For me, it had to be songs we want to listen to the first time again. Made this huge playlist and everything, and I just anything to get me to listen to music is a good reason.
That was a fun episode.
That was good.
And Andrew, I know we said this in earlier episodes, and anyone out there, comment on the YouTube instead of texting Michael.
I forgot about that. That's true. I don't get as many texts about the podcast anymore, but I do get some. And Andrew does love to text us about the podcast.
And we're gonna be having a showdown in October. See you,
Peace.
Kyle.
Easy. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Good luck at Burning Man.
He's off to Burning Man.
Wish me luck.
Next time we see him, he's going to be on camera being like, "The bees, not the bees." Oh, sorry, wait, wrong movie.
Isn't that with
It's Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage. That's Wicked, man. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna Andrew and I are gonna have a showdown in October for Smash Bros. Even though there's no way to. The whole concept was Prime, and there's no way to recreate that. But
Well, I mean, you got a month and a half. Get practicing.
You think I'm gonna practice? Come on.
No, I think you're going to lose if you don't practice.
Yikes.
You think you think Andrew's gonna be a tryhard?
I have no idea.
I've been practicing.
Okay.
All I know is that Lou's been practicing.
We'll get a top podcast Smash Club going.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see if we can get a capture card and make an episode out of it.
I have one somewhere. I don't know where. Back
Dude,
in
if
my
you- yeah.
YouTubing days.
Yeah, now you don't do that anymore.
No, it's now it's just the podcast.
Oh, that was the joke, but it wasn't a very good joke.
I don't got time for that. What's your least favorite joke in the podcast? Go. No.
I could answer that question.
Oh gosh. Go for it, I guess.
The first time I told the story of the first time I got high.
So sad.
That was so bad.
So sad.
It was a train wreck.
Did we talk about on the pod what I did we talk about?
I listened to the entirety of Top Pod After Dark today because I wanted to try and remember something from it,
Yeah.
and ended up listening through the whole thing and had a blast. And I ended up I brought that up, and then Kyle made me retell the story.
It's a good one. Do you guys remember any podcasts where you're like, hey, what you got off the pod and you're like, I don't know how well that went, and then it turned out being a banger episode or something you really liked?
I know it's happened. It's happened once or twice, and it happened early, but I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Summer Traditions.
That's so funny. I was going to say that too because we had to refilm it or re-record it.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably wasn't Summer Traditions, and I forgot about that. We had to re-record
We had
that
to
episode.
re-record that
I
episode.
think we re-recorded
Oh.
2. I don't remember what the second one is though, but I think we had.
I always felt like we did way better when we re-recorded the episodes. I was like, because I remember we all just we all kind of trimmed our lists without saying anything about it
We all
on the
switched some
second
stuff
recording.
around, yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, well,
Yeah,
that didn't work. We can just not bring that one next time.
Yeah. And I was pretending like it was the first time recording, and you guys called me out. Whatever, I can't remember which one it was, but whatever the sport one, we had a guest.
It was Andrew. Yeah.
Andrew, I was very surprised. Andrew, it felt like that was his job, was to talk about sports.
He prepped hard for that.
Yeah,
episode.
and I was thoroughly impressed.
And then
And I was talking about UFC and kicking people, and he was being very.
and
I listened
people
to it.
wrestlers farting on each other and everything.
Did I say that?
Probably.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know if that was the one you told the wrestling story or the WWE
Oh
story.
yeah. It was about the guy
Oh,
who would,
Rikishi.
yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't farting. He was just rubbing his ass on people's
And I
face.
made the butt fumble Photoshop where it was like it was you and Rikishi.
Yeah.
Like you were Mark Sanchez and
Yeah,
Rikishi
yeah.
was the was the lineman.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I was very impressed with Andrew. But he didn't.
Yeah. That was he told me, he was like, the reason I could never be a full-time member of the podcast is because I would need to put another 30 hours into prep for every single episode. I just don't have the time.
See, yeah, that's what you think starting out, but then like Mike
Yeah,
said,
it is. You really quickly learn how to like if this was my full-time job, I'd put a lot more time into prep. But I really enjoy just like having talking points and riffing anyway. So.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys laugh at your own jokes when you listen to the podcast?
If they're good.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, like I said, I listened to After Dark today.
Yeah.
And I laughed at something everybody said.
Yeah.
Like
I know I'm not the funny one on the pod, so.
It's always embarrassing
place.
to laugh at your own stuff.
Nah, I just love. Yeah, I'm a laugh whore. We all know this.
Yeah.
Like, if it's funny, I chuckle.
It's true. Sometimes Becca will be in. Becca will be doing more intense editing, and I would start laughing. And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Nope, you gotta wait for the pod. Get that view count up." Was it the? I think it was with Mike, and I somehow referenced the Vine. That was probably my favorite joke of the podcast.
Oh, it was.
Oh yeah, there was the French word. What?
Oh, bees what? That was such a fun episode to record. Lou, you need to finish Harry Potter 2 so we can record the Harry Potter 2 episode.
Okay.
You need to let me know. I can start reading it. Do you guys have any? If anyone at home is one that started the podcast, what would you say? What's a tip you've learned over this past year?
Oh, put a little bit of money into your microphone.
Well, you can't just call it Lou like that.
I haven't learned that yet. It has been a year. So
I mean, just in general, it makes such a huge difference in your sound quality.
yeah,
If you can podcast in person, podcast in person.
for sure.
Yeah, that was one thing I really liked. It seemed like when we were in person, it just flowed so much easier.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
and better and everything.
There's so much you get out of just silent body language cues that make it so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It looks like we're gonna have the opportunity again in October, so we'll
Heck yeah!
think about something. We can beat Andrew in Smash, and then we can make fun of him on the pod, or you can make fun of me on the pod. Whoever loses, we get made fun of.
Do you have a week in mind? Do you know that already?
First weekend in October, I believe.
The
first
first week. No, I think it's the first week.
Second week. Yeah, the first week is when they're going to be up here. The wedding is on the weekend.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it'd be the first would be when we would be recording. If that's a Tuesday.
Nice.
If we kept our Tuesdays.
Sounds good.
Yeah. How about you, Lou?
Go ahead.
I think my favorite time podcasting. Something I learned about myself is that my favorite. How would I word this? My favorite media or my favorite things about the podcast is just learning about you guys. Learning about just life experiences and. I think the middle school podcast we did, I think
That was a good one.
It was just so much fun.
So
It's
much fun.
Such a
Totally came prepared.
I did really enjoy Rob being the one who was didn't take it, he took it the least seriously.
Yeah.
We both came heavy, and he was like, "I liked video games."
That was my middle school. I kept it real.
No, I mean, no shade to that. I totally
sure.
appreciate it. But
All my trauma was
just
pre-middle
so
school.
funny.
Come on. Wait for the elementary school
it was-
pod. That we'll get into some deep stuff. No, not really.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. I don't know if I could say anything interesting about elementary school.
Yeah, I played
Yeah,
basketball and Little League. That's about it.
Another one of my favorite things is bringing our friends into the podcast or our family. I think has been really fun as well. Just probably my all-time favorite episodes are when we have a guest.
Yeah, the guests are always great.
Yeah. I loved when we had conspiracy theories. I feel bad that Mike wasn't able to go that way.
Yeah, I would have loved to be on that
But
one.
I laughed so hard.
I'm just saying. I've gotten some new conspiracy theories. If you wanted to run it back, we could.
I'm down to run it.
It'd be fun.
I think about that red dye conspiracy theory all the time. All the
I
time.
don't even know that that's a theory or it is a conspiracy. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let Seamus know. His episode is the fifth most listened to episode. I know he was kind of feeling iffy about it, but he did a good job.
Yeah, see if you can hop back on again. I'm actually gonna text him right now.
Yeah, it's off. Well, not off pod, but like this wasn't on the podcast. But when Seamus came down for the week and we got to hang out, it was one of the most fun guys' nights I've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah, some people. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was a good time.
We're gonna have to talk after the pod. I'm real curious now.
Yeah, it's interesting that 3 of our top 5 are all guest pod. Like we have a guest on the pod, so.
Right. Well, there's one more person pushing the pod.
It's true.
Makes sense.
Sure. I haven't seen Kyle push it on his socials though when he's on, so I have to be like, hey, next time
we're
you're
done
on.
having him on.
Yeah. No more hot Kyle. Did you have a question, Lou, before I cut you off?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I did, but I don't remember what it was. So no worries.
All right, where do you think we are for total listens between YouTube and the podcast feed? Do you guys have a guess?
2,000.
What about you, Mike? More optimist or
It's
pessimist?
lower. Oh, pessimist. I'll go 800. No, 900.
900. Well, you guys are both gravely wrong. We are at last time I checked earlier today, we were at 4,015 listens.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
gotta believe in
pretty
yourselves, guys.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Apparently,
It's also crazy. What's wrong with you people? How have that many people listened to us prattle on for this long?
like I get my.
I still think that.
Go for it.
I still think people think it's a gay, like a LGBTQ. I think people think it's an LGBTQ podcast, and they just like, wait, when is the other stuff going to come?
It's for our Patreon exclusive. Come on.
It's
Only fans. Yeah, so
I texted Seamus, and he hasn't even listened to his episode. Which I thought was hilarious.
that's fair. Do you guys listen to the episodes you're off?
Wait.
Not recently, but the one of the Pokemon that I was off. I listened to.
Oh, do I listen to the episode? No, I went in and listened to the episode I wasn't on yet.
Nice.
And now, my listening is really sporadic in general, though, so... Like, after a while, it was like, okay, I've been on the podcast. I was there. I'll play it so we get the view, but I don't necessarily pay attention.
Are you guys used to your own voice yet?
Yes. Took a while.
I was pretty used to it coming in, just having done videos in the past, but then having to edit and spend so much time in there, I started to get sick of my voice again.
That makes sense.
Who is this scrub?
Yeah. All right, I want to know if you guys do remember a moment. What was one of your favorite moments from the pod? I can go first to buy you time, I guess. That is how we do things. My possibly all-time favorite moment was Lou's take that all pizza is good pizza, and the subsequent call back from Kyle to weigh in on the pod from the cell phone into the microphone.
Also, Lou, I had some bagel bites this week. They're still pretty good in the air fryer. So your bagel bite steak, it's pretty
okay.
Pretty hot.
I will say, the last time I had a bagel bite, I think I just put it in the microwave.
Well,
anything
put in the microwave is trash.
That gets mad chewy.
User error.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm not gonna go too into it because I did see that comment, and I'll be thoughtful of what I say. I'll stick with the whole all pizza's good pizza.
So it's not as heavily edited, you have to be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
I just really liked potting in person. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty much like D&D in person.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just way better when you're in person.
I get it, Lou. You don't like my
D&D
campaign. I get it.
Oh, I mean, it's a sandbox, and I will say everybody has the same "fu" attitude. Mm-hmm. I haven't found a happy person in that whole city yet.
They're at war. What do you expect? Well, was Tom.
It's the Great
Tom.
Depression. No one's happy.
Tom was happy. He was just happy to be there. But anyways.
Tom the zombie, right?
Yeah, Tom the zombie.
I created Tom. That was me.
Well, I created the zombie
And
character.
then you killed him. Yeah, and then I built it around him. But that's fair. Is there any episode that opened your mind up to something? Anything that like made you think a little bit deeper? Oh, I'm sorry. Did we even finish your? Did we even finish your? Question?
I mean, it's,
you never gave your one of your favorites.
Yeah, I answered my question.
Oh,
but
my
you guys
favorite.
didn't. If
My
you don't
bad.
have one, that's okay.
No. My favorite. You got one?
I said just podcasting live. It's probably
Podcasting live. So I'm the only one.
top out.
I love hearing Mike talk about the things that he's mad at. Truly, it brings me quite a bit of joy.
I can ramble around on about a rant topic for quite some time.
I think in another world, I think Mike would have been an absolute monster of a person. I'm very happy that he found God.
Trending on TikTok and everything, just the most out.
Yeah. I think he would have. Yeah, I think he would have. Yeah. Just grateful.
I think another one of my favorite moments was you telling the pool story with Kyle on the podcast. Then we got his perspective from it. That was
oh my gosh, yeah, that episode was so good. I enjoyed every second of embarrassing moments and After Dark to no end.
It was good.
It just went so off the rails.
It did. Lou, what did you say your question was again?
Oh, my question is. Is there an episode that really made you think a little bit deeper than usual? Doing any other research or?
I will say, post the summer camp episode, I've put a lot of time into thinking about my own take and reconsidering it. It's because I wouldn't have called it a scathing take on summer camp. But I do think it has a pretty large flaw, and I still think it's there. But I think I think the way I view it and why it's a flaw is different now.
Yeah, it seems like a decent amount of people at least like agreed partially with that take. So
I think it wasn't a bad take, but I would tweak it. I think if I had it to do over.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess I've looked into some of the books you guys have recommended. So there's that, and I know I listened to some of the music you guys put for like the covers and all that.
That's cool.
Nice. I did listen to Vessels again for the first time in a while on the way to work the other day.
How was it?
Dude, it freaking slaps.
It's
Vessels on a moped, man.
Yeah, I bet you, yeah.
I was bopping up and down. I probably should have crashed like 3 times. I was going hard.
Probably like you're in a music video. Or like beginning of a movie or something.
Macklemore was like, that guy right there.
I think for me is when we went over novels. I think like 4 out of the 5 novels is books that I read like 10 years ago, and I was quite embarrassed with like some of the picks of mine. I was like, oh no, I haven't read a book in years. So I've definitely been picking up more books and listening to them.
Positive.
Yeah. So
I've heard good things about that Alaska book. Like I've heard other people say like that's actually a good book. So I don't know what your I don't know if it was a friend of a friend or whatever. They might have been tripping.
Oh, it was Megan. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she just said that. Yeah, I can't remember what her critique was. It said it drove her nuts, I think. Somehow.
The Alaska book. Which was the Alaska book?
It was a John Green book about a kid going to a boarding school.
Oh, okay.
And it was like one of the first books where I laughed out loud.
Okay.
I thought I was like, oh, this is absolutely hilarious.
It's hard to be funny in writing.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to do.
Yeah.
Every time my wife laughs at something I read, I like look over, I try to take notes. Like, what?
Right. What part?
What'd I say?
That's the problem with having a dark sense of humor is I think my writing is absolutely hilarious. And then Lou's like, why do so many kids have to die?
I still haven't read the last book. That creepy lumber guy really messed me up.
For read,
That's like the second one.
And then was that before or after the dad had killed the kids?
Oh, that was before.
Oh, okay.
That's why. That's personally potentially my favorite thing I've ever read.
continue.
Really?
Yeah, continue. Yeah, I think it. I mean, it's dark, but I think it's like thematically really, really holds together.
Yeah.
And I just like the idea of cyclical abuse. I think is fascinating,
It's really
and
frustrating.
I think it examines it well.
It's frustrating how you built the world and then I got none of them.
Yeah, that's the most common criticism I hear is like, I want to know what the things are. I'm like, they're not important to the story. I just needed a reason for him to be in the arcade,
It's,
okay?
It sounds so. I
Such
listened
a
to our first episode again today, and Lou, your favorite horror movie, I don't know if it's still the same, a year ago, was The Mist, and it's kind of has a similar vibe to that. At least killing the family
Yes,
with something
yes, it
out
does.
there.
Yeah, but the things are killing. Well, I guess at the end. Well, you got to see the things, though. They interacted
Okay.
with them. And they went out into the mist. And they got eaten by spiders and XYZ and the tentacle taking chunks of meat.
Would you say that
Yeah.
still is your favorite horror movie?
Um,
If it is, it's only because he hasn't seen Alien Romulus
and
yet.
around this. I don't know. Midsommar is really, really good. I don't know if you would call that or
That
Probably
was
more
that was
thriller.
your 2B.
that was my 2.
2B. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
man.
that, and then the one with the old man penis at the end.
Oh yeah, you had
Hostile.
Midsummer and
Is it Hostel?
not Hostile.
Not
It was
Hostel. Hostel's okay.
it had something to do with. It was a word that had to do with like family and lineage. I think.
Hereditary.
Hereditary. There
Hereditary.
it is. Yeah.
Crazy how you can put those words together.
Yeah. And Mike,
Uh,
oh, go ahead, Lou.
yeah.
Sorry.
no. Give me 1 second, and then I'll
Was
come
my
back.
number one
Alright.
Smile?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did Aliens, Romulus? I might say recency bias, but did that push out Smile?
Recency bias is a very real thing because I'm not even sure that Alien Romulus is my favorite Alien movie, and I won't make that decision for at
Yeah.
least a year. So next anniversary pod, we can answer the
go.
question: how does Mike rank those 3 Alien movies?
Smile was pretty good.
I honestly, it is a ever-changing list. I would have to go through and rewatch like all the horror movies. Stay tuned for a horror movie themed episode in October
Ooh,
that
sweet.
we got in the works. One of the best parts is, or at least I think Rob will think this is one of the best parts, is he doesn't have to participate.
I mean, I do. I'm still, publisher and everything, so I still have to. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise. I don't know if I saw that.
Is that the most recent one?
I think that's the most recent
I
one.
heard it was really good.
That one was really good. Very I think that was super solid. The Witch I watched. The problem is I don't know when I didn't or did watch. Black Phone.
Black Phone was great.
Black Phone was really, really good.
Black Phone was really good.
I could make another top 5.
Well, I think it was just October movies, right?
That's the upcoming one is top 5 October movies. There's probably gonna be top 3 because we got myself and Lou and then 2 guests who are both interested in being a
Well,
part
I
of it.
guess I just got kicked out.
Oh, sorry, I thought you didn't want. You could be a part of it. You are on the podcast. You
No,
absolutely have
That's
dibs.
what Robert does. That's his whole thing.
Okay,
that's
that's
his
fair.
whole shtick.
I was under the impression you were like, no, you run that.
Oh, Doctor Sleep. I don't know if you can say
Doctor Sleep was a weird one for me because I didn't like the book,
right.
but I
No,
did
that's
like the movie.
Yeah.
Hear that, Kyle? Probably not because you don't actually listen to the podcast. But I liked the movie more than the book in that case.
It's true.
I got really close to the microphone for that
You
part.
did.
Yeah, you did.
You had to shout at you.
I was also pointing really aggressively at the
Yeah.
microphone as if it were Kyle.
It's a stand-in,
Kyle got really sassy when we talked about when I was messing up actors' names. I never saw the sassiness of Kyle.
It comes out more in person.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else? Kind of.
I just as something I've really enjoyed. I really enjoy talking to people who've listened to the podcast.
All you toppers
obviously
out
not
there,
a-
we love you.
Yeah, it's not a huge demographic, but I started going to a Bible study that Jacob and Andrew and their brother all attend, and they have all shared the podcast around with people on episodes they've been on, except for the brother, who's still welcome to be on the pod. I just don't think he was overly excited. He's kind of nervous about it. But it's been really fun because my Lord of the Rings take, I've got some flack. Like, I rolled into Bible study and I had multiple people be like, Lord of the Rings is not overrated. I was like, yes, it is, but we don't like. Or Josh, the guy who leads the podcast, leads the Bible study. They were on vacation. I don't remember which episode this was in, but he was listening to the episode. I think it might have been the Harry Potter one. And he was like, "Oh, Harry Potter, I've read that. I'm safe." And so they were like stopped at a rest station, and he was laying on a table, just like catching some sun, stretching, casually listening to us talk about Harry Potter. And then we started talking about Dracula, which he was right in the middle of. I was like, and I had to like rush to turn it off so he wouldn't get spoilers. And like being able to hear that story in person was wonderful. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Shout out to all our listeners. We really appreciate you. I know Cantwell recently asked where's the best place to reach out and comment, because I guess Spotify has a comment section. But if you guys,
I just recently learned that. Yeah.
me too.
So I'm sorry, Cantwell, if you've been posting on Spotify. But if you guys want, the best way to reach out to us is obviously in our Discord. But if you want to leave comments on the YouTube page, I check them pretty regularly, and I think Mike does. Lou, we're still trying to.
I spot things on the Discord more often now and try and. Like every now and then we'll post something funny in our group chat, and I'm like, "Hey, put that on the Discord."
Yeah.
Like, why not?
I'm gonna have Lou's goal for next year be that he learns how to navigate the Discord, but I'm not hopeful. We'll see.
I can tag team that one. That can be my my goal.
Once I see a paycheck, then I'll start doing the admin work.
I'll give you $1 a month.
I'll take it. $12.
Well, it's only 10 if you take it all at once. The annual's a cheaper rate.
I'm trying to think what else. I also enjoyed our year-end reviews. I don't know. I just like hearing how your guys' year's been. I know it's been tough.
Yes.
And this year's gonna be a doozy, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just hearing how your guys' year's been and everything.
Yeah, Rob's gonna be like, I had this happen, and this happened, and this happened, and me and Lou are gonna be like, this year sucked. Death, loss, pain, suffering.
Just gonna have is that 3 days grace? Just have pain going in the background the whole time.
Pain without love.
Just like cuts to you guys. You guys are in like emo garb and everything, guy liner.
Oh my gosh. What a year.
My dad warms the house in the winter by a fire, so I can just be like smearing ash across my face. I'm sure I can find some sackcloth or something.
Oh, would that be considered blackface if you put ash on your face?
It's like white, actually.
Be considered whiteface if you did that?
No. Ash is like white / light gray. So I don't think it'd be considered blackface, but the internet's a crazy place. You never know.
We'll try it and see if we
that was a joke, but
we'll try it out. See if Mike gets canceled. What's the worst that gonna happen?
It gets us it'll get us some publicity,
Yeah.
White podcaster does gray face.
I put my phone in black and white or grayscale.
Okay.
So now I don't know any color. So
there you go.
that'd be perfectly fine. It just looks like you got a good tone. A good, good skin tone.
How long have you had your phone in grayscale?
Like about a week.
Yeah. I've had it.
It's almost impossible to watch anime.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've had it for like probably 2 months now, and now it just seems like when I turn it off grayscale to look at something, it's just like, I'm assaulted by all these colors and everything.
Yeah. I use an app called Minimalist Phone. Not a sponsor, but we'd take it. I love this product. It was like $24 for the lifetime membership, so it's not free. But I have no like icons anymore. It's just solid black, white lettering, and it's just the name of the apps. And so I still have color when I get into like YouTube or if I'm watching. That's the other thing is Becca and we both have Google phones, so you can't delete YouTube. But I have to press like 8 things. Like I have to like touch my screen like 8 times to get to YouTube. So it's like an intentional choice now It's not just like oh, look at that, I'm scrolling YouTube. I didn't even know how I got there. But yeah, so like you get color when you're trying to watch TV, but your phone isn't constantly trying to get your attention with like the flashy icons and stuff. Really nice.
You guys got any other questions or anything you want to add for our anniversary?
I guess, like, where do you see the pod going, if anywhere?
I would love if we started doing some bits. Like,
Ooh, I don't know.
it's like we're trying to be more. I mean, I would do the editing for the bits.
Do you hear the old man?
No, I get it. Editing takes a toll.
I can
man.
only imagine.
It's a lot of work.
It still is the old man.
Like I think if we're trying to do this more live format where we all try and be just a little bit tighter and do a better job in general, I think we could cut down the total length of the pod, which would take some work off Rob's shoulders, but also bits like Lou bringing us crazy news stories that he finds. I think that'd be awesome.
I have one ready to go just in case I got to ask.
I think I think I might have poo-pooed this idea earlier on, but I would love to do like a recommendation bit maybe once every like month or two.
Wreck Me Daddy?
That could be fun. Yeah, you gotta do a Wreck Me Daddy, yeah. We'd have to come up with our own name, but yeah, just little things, just like little fun bits every now and then we can just tag on. I think that'd be kind of cool. Not the main focus, but
yeah. I would love, especially now that we're doing like a more live format, if we could like do it live on YouTube or something and then have some video. I think that'd be fun, but I don't know if that everyone's setup would allow for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to put a little bit of money into a camera, but I think that would. This is not going to make good podcasting. We should probably talk about that off. But I think there'd be a lot of technical stuff we'd have to figure out.
Yeah. Probably just
Wi-Fi limitations.
The Wi-Fi would be the big thing, especially when you have Walmart Wi-Fi.
Right.
Not throwing shade or anything, but
no, but it makes it harder.
Do you have Walmart Wi-Fi? Is that the joke?
He's making fun of you.
That's
why you're here, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I will miss the off-pod conversations. Like, you guys won't know this as listeners, but like we would just like there'd be points where we would go off-pod, and then we would just go on crazy tangents.
Yeah.
And then we'd be like, all right, back on pod. Now it's now in session.
Yeah.
I think we could do 8,000. I think we could double our view count over the years.
I think so.
We just need you. It's crazy because we just need one video or one piece of thing that we put on the world that catches.
Right.
Hey, if anyone, I think the real big stepping episode would be shorts. If anyone wants to help out with making shorts just out of each episode or whatever, let us know. We can't pay you anything, but we can give you a shout out and free publicity.
And if you blow up,
and if we blow up, then we can pay you.
Yeah.
You could be an actual intern.
and we'll treat you with respect.
Yeah.
You're an intern.
2 out of 3 of us will treat you with respect.
I don't know. I know how Lucian's D&D characters treat interns. So I don't know. And is that just a foil for Lucian? Who's to say? No, it's not. Very different.
Okay, I didn't want you to do any more editing. So.
All right. Lou, well, since you have it prepared, I'm interested. What's your crazy story? Usually we'll start the pod with this, but
so, I don't know. So this is definitely rough. I was wondering what you guys thought about it, but me saying like just part of a story so that people would have to research it.
I could actually be kind of interesting.
I think it'd be funny. Just like a tease, but I don't know. That's just
Lou's teasing corner.
This week's tease with Lou.
So a man got arrested for something, who knows, and they were they weren't reading his Miranda rights, and then the guy who was getting arrested said, I want a lawyer dog. But I want a lawyer dog.
They got him a dog?
Well, so the judge said, so they kept reading it, they didn't respect his laws or
his rights.
His rights, that's right. They didn't respect his rights, and so when he filed for I don't know. When he sued the police company,
Department.
man, department,
Yeah.
could when he sued the police department, they said that because he said he wanted to lawyer a dog that it didn't count
What?
because yeah, this was in Louisiana.
All right.
Those
Don't go to Louisiana.
Louisianans.
And even better advice: don't break the law, asshole.
Don't sit on the what was the quarter that you sat on the ground. Don't sit on that either.
Quarter
Oh,
dice.
the French Quarter.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
sit
French
on-
Quarter. Yes.
I've never smelled every single body fluid in one good whiff. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever done.
All right. Well, Lou, what are we talking about next week?
Next week we're going to talk about top 5 inventions that you hope that get figured out by the time you're 60 years old.
Oh,
Wait,
I
wait.
actually have a few of those.
Wait, what is top 5?
Top 5 inventions that you'd like to see come to pass,
Come to pass,
become
sure.
reality. Yeah,
All right.
the time you get
we
old.
know Mike's gonna have self-driving cars. Spoiler.
that's one of 2 that I definitely have on my list.
Top 5 inventions by, let's see, say 2045.
By the time you turn
60.
60, so 55, we'll say.
55.
That's kind of splitting the difference.
Top inventions by 2055. Sounds good. Well, thank you once again for listening to any or all of our episodes. We appreciate all you toppers out there. I don't think we say it enough, but I mean, we love just shooting the crap with each other, but it is cool to interact with you guys, and we appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy life or non-busy life. I'm not going to just assume everyone's busy, but especially for you guys out there that are hustling, all those
Even if
hustling.
you're a bum, we appreciate
we
you.
appreciate you no matter your busy status. But if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see in the future. We'll try our best, but no promises. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review and leave a comment on that review is what I've been referring to in the past. We'll read it off on the pod once I inevitably check those websites. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll catch you next time.
Adios.
Muchachos.
Me gusta, chicos.
There we go.
Hey, Goose to Chico's.
It's weird to hear it in your head like that.